Hi, people. Today I'm going to tell you about another one of my psychic things that I had. This is the very first one that I can ever remember having. And at the time I didn't know what it was. And actually for years I didn't understand it or know what it was. I just really thought that I saw him. And now, looking back, I realize that, you know, this was weird. Okay, so let me just get to it. Try to forget about all the details. Or not tell you so many, I don't know. I just get kind of screwed up with that. All right. So I was a little girl, probably around 4, and I was staying with my Aunt Edith and my Uncle Edward. And my Uncle Edward was dying of cancer. And he was in a room in the bed, and that's the way they did it then. He was in the bedroom in a twin bed or a hospital bed, I can't remember. May have been a hospital bed. But anyway, that's where he was all the time. And my Aunt Edith would always say to me, Tim, you're being too loud. Shh, be quiet, So I was always playing too loud. And she had a sewing machine that was in the hallway near the door to his bedroom. And it was one of those old tiny ones where you cranked it, and I used to play underneath it, and I would try to crank that thing, and she would always yell at me because it made too much noise, and besides it, once I wound it really, really tight, I still have the scar on my hand where it took off. It just started unwinding really fast, and it was metal, and it made a gash in my hand. Oh, here we go with the here we go with the details. Whew. Anyway, I would always play there, and she would always yell at me and tell me I was being too loud. So, got that out of the way. One day, I was playing, and I turned around, and I saw my Uncle Edward standing behind me. And I looked up at him, and he was smiling at me. And he never got out of that bed. I mean, he was what they would say hospice today. That was how he was. He was really close to death. So when I turned around and I saw him standing there and he was smiling, I just thought he had gotten better. And my Aunt Edith again started, telling me to be quiet in there. She was saying, be quiet in there. And I said, I don't have to be quiet. Uncle Edward is not sick anymore, and he's happy. And she came barreling around that dining room wall, and she jerked me up, and she beat me up and down that hallway. She was very, very, very angry with me. She was really, really mad. After that day, Uncle Edward was not in his bed anymore. He was not in there. I don't remember anything about the, EMTs coming. No, I don't remember anything about him being taken away. But that day, I believe, I saw his dead spirit. His dead spirit was looking down at me and smiling. But it looked to me like it was a real person standing there. I thought it was him. So that was my very first bout with seeing dead people. Kind of weird, huh?